Hello friends, this is Low Rate Hitman. I want to first off and say I'm sorry that I used this clip by accident yesterday at the end of our dual comm. But I want you to check this out. I'm starting this round off negative almost 3,500 points. There's an Osprey gunner in the air. Oh, and there's a A6 Overwatch in the background. Wow, I got thrown into a round like that. Who would imagine, I mean. But, you know, my question is, how many people you know of would have quit as soon as this would have happened? I mean, instant death. I come into a game with a couple people. I think it's Dr. Hannibal and my friend Brian, you know. We get thrown into this round, you know, which, this is kind of an old clip I haven't posted yet. I wanted to, you know, because I like, you know, my losing is not an option, you know, and I haven't done that in a while. I like to kind of show and express, you know, the length that, you know, I'll go to just to get a win, and I like being put in these situations. I think it tests me, you know. A lot of times, sometimes, not a lot of times, sometimes it doesn't work out, but the majority of the time, you know, if you got a couple people rolling with you, you know, there's always room, you know, to be able to win, no matter how big the deficit is. And another thing I just want to mention is on the other team is this was when I met my friend Mex. I mean, Mex is a real good player. This was actually the game that I met him in. I think he's about a 2.0 KD player, you know, and he was actually on the other team, you know, and he was doing very well this game, you know, and I guess good enough, you know, that it made people quit, and it threw us in this round, you know, in which that's the only reason why we're in this round, you know. It's I'm sure that the teams were even whenever the game started out, but that's just the story of my life and everybody's life on Modern Warfare 3 or any Call of Duty game, you know, is some people just have the mindset, you know, if they're not winning, you know, they just have to quit because Lord knows, you know, we can't have those stats going down, you know. If the stats go down, you know, that means our social criteria and everything else just goes down with it, you know, and we can't have any smudges on our records on Call of Duty, you know, so we have to back out. But enough of that. We all know what it is. I jump on that bandwagon every once in a while, and I really don't have to jump on that bandwagon because we all know what it's all about. So I just want to touch on a couple things that, you know, some of the people that's been with me all this time, I've done this losing is not an option, you know, video thing a few times, you know, and people's watched it, you know, and I just give a few opinions, you know, that's all I do on how, you know, you can come out of this deficit and come out winning, you know, and actually win, you know, but it's going to have to take a winning mentality, you know. You're going to die a lot, which you can see. I went 30 and 16 this round, you know, and it's pretty fast action, you know. But if you notice, whenever I die, I don't mess around. I don't lollygag. I go right back to where I need to go. I go right back to the objective, you know. There's a couple times, you know, where I know that, you know, the enemy's going to come out of their spawn, you know, and I might kind of, you know, keep them from advancing forward by spawn trapping them a little bit, you know. But that's just to keep them off the objective to where we can try and come out of this deficit, you know, try and come out of the hole and try and secure the win or whatnot, you know. That's what you have to do. You just have to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and not stop and be relentless about it, you know. If not, if you lollygag around, you know, and you worry about your own KD and your own stats, you know, and not the team as a whole, you know, you're going to fail. And, you know, a lot of times the people that are like that, as soon as they would have gotten around and seen the Osprey gunner up in the air and an A6 Overwatch, you know, and would have got killed off the front, they would have dashboarded right then. And you guys know exactly what I mean because, you know, like I said, it's no big secret what people do, you know, and people don't like to lose and they don't like to be put in losing situations. But, you know, I welcome from time to time, not all the time, but from time to time to be put in situations like this because this kind of, you know, it tests what kind of people you're playing with. It tests yourself, you know. It's a good thing. It's a good humbling experience, which everybody needs, you know. And especially if you can pull the win off, you know, because let me tell you, you know, like I said, I met Mex after this round. He instantly joined our party, and he instantly became a friend because of the winning mentality. And he knew that whenever we come into the round that, you know, and then points started racking up that, you know, there was a challenge there, and he was going to have to step his game up, you know. But his teammates, they were still stuck in Slayer mode, thinking that, you know, the world was theirs and they had it, you know. But, hey, it's a good thing. You meet good people this way, you know. A few of them didn't like it. They were very upset, you know. How did you guys do that? You know, It's not a matter of how we did it, it's why we did it. And the reason why I did it is because I didn't want to lose, you know. I don't have that mentality. I do lose some, you know, and sometimes I am a sore loser just because of that mentality. But I give anybody props that gives me a good challenge or gives my team a good challenge, you know, and as long as they're respectable about it, you know, as long as they're not cussing and raging or whatnot. So if you ever get put in a situation, which I'm sure that you will, and I'm sure that it happens, please put on your try-hard panties. Put them things on and try to go ham, as they call it. Go off on people. Express yourself by ruining their KD and just staying in, and do not quit. Do not quit. Quitting only hurts you. It makes you a weak individual. It gives you an excuse. It gives you a way out. The only way out you should have is winning or losing when you play these games. That's the mentality that you have to have. I am not a great player. I am far from great, but I'm a good team player. And the people that I play with, they know this and they understand it, and they enjoy playing with me because they know that I strive to win and I want to win under any circumstances, as long as it doesn't involve cheating. And once you get that mentality about you, you will win. Your win-loss will go up no matter what your KD is. No matter, you could have a .50 KD. I have several friends like that, but their win-loss is off the chart. That's because they sacrificed themselves for the win. And that's what it takes. You want to be a major league gamer? Let me tell you, major league gamers don't care about KD. It is a big part of the game, but they want the win. Okay, Hitler killed 1 million people. It's sad to say, but in the end, his ass lost. His KD did not mean a damn thing. And that's the truth. His KD did not mean anything. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed my rambling. And I hope you guys had a good Wednesday. And tomorrow is Thursday. I'm going to put another video up. I'm soon to go camping. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to put any comments down below, and everything's up for discussion. And like I said, thanks for stopping by and being a part of the channel.